As will now pitch in a pennant race for the Phillies, and we'll see how he factors into their bullpen. They've got a lot of good arms over there. Leday hits one in the air to left center field. Coming in, Kevin Pillar as he moves forward to make a running catch. Well, 1-2-3 inning for Jose Soriano.
Add it on and separate yourself from that.
The Angels won their first 3 games against Oakland. Here's a ground ball base hit for Shotwell.
1-2.
Dugout. Luis Rengifo has had a very nice year, and he still has. There's a fly ball toward the right field line. Lawrence Butler tracks it as he moves over into foul territory to make. Is 28 years old. As he deals a strike to Taylor Ward, made his major league debut last.
I was talking with Wash earlier today. Lifted out of the yard. Let's go back to making good contact.
Trying to hold his swing there, and he did. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Angels saw Beto last year when he was with Stadium. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Taylor Ward. Again, that's Rendon in the lineup for a second straight day. He'll get some extended rest with the off day tomorrow. Calhoun takes a strike over. Billy Calhoun had a double in the game yesterday. 1 ball, 1 strike. Angels only Mariners right out of first place in the American League West earlier in the week. And if it's confounding in some ways to see why really know what they're going to look like from one day to the next. As Calhoun, it's a 1-hopper to short, and Schumann takes it to the bag.
So reminded that on the dugout that it's not the first time he's going to miss one, not the last time he asked him.
He had to go range pretty good to that glove side to flip it over the get the double play.
This one out of the reach of Neto, and guess what? Another base hit for Brent Rooker. It continues to just pound the baseball. Leadoff man on for the A's. Future of the A's is uncertain in terms of where they're going to play. They still have a future. Here's a bouncing ball back to Soriano, and he turns a 1-6-3 batter. Switch hitter playing second base again. Zach Geloff not in the lineup. And ball 1 to Toro as a sinker baller.
And when you're a sinker ball, there's a good chance, especially against a lot of lefties, that baseball is coming back at you. And even righties, because they're looking at 15th double play turn behind him. He was instrumental in that one, though.
I mentioned
secondary pitches are very important for him.
Topper foul. Ball 3 to Abraham. Just 22 pitches. He's got a 3-2 coming. And a grounder foul. I suppose Soriano
and his splitter for me.
Just missed
the knuckle curve for Soriano. That's their pitch they're going to go to. One thing about Soriano is as he progresses in his career.
Catching today, which keeps Shea Langoliers out of there. Nice pick by Neto on a hard hit ball. Easy out at second from there to win the inning. Kevin Pillar leads off here in the bottom of the second.
I know I'll win.
The 80s theme on the video board here, and Pillar playing a Ghostbuster. Struck out 6 in 5 innings and allowed just 1 run. He's been back and forth between the next few years in Sacramento. Little looping fly ball, and it's out of the reach of Toro. Base hit the other way for Logan at first base. And a strike from Beto. So the A's jersey's right in the town they represent, as they will have that modified home in the Oakland A's here at Angel Stadium. 2 balls and 1 strike on Brandon Brewer.
He put something.
Cues one off the end of his bat foul. 2 balls and 2. Wasn't all about Scott Hatteberg. Runner going. Drury strikes out. Throw to second base, and it's held onto by Abraham. Most puppets at the Big A. Visit angels.com/promotions for more order. Ball 1 from Angels just trying to get 1 in this series. They have not been swept in the events of September 11th of that year. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Schumann, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Max Schumann. That's off the plate. For a lot of runs, you get timely hits. No balls and a strike on Butler, and there's a line drive base hit to right. Getting to third base is Nevin. He'll be held up there. Joe Adell gets it in quickly. Average what they've done for this season in these roles. 0-1, and a good block by Ohapi. 1 strike on Andujar. Chopper foul. Fly ball to right. Adell will watch this one hit. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The throw to first base chases back Butler. Anybody else? Breaking ball that time and fouled off.
He got away with that one.
For that. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and another breaking ball fouled away. Jeremy Rehak is the home plate.
This is when you want neat. For a team that generally doesn't hit the ball on the ground a lot.
Could get big with Rooker on deck. Outside to Blade, it's 2-2.
It's going to be out of the zone.
That one is out of the zone, and now Trouble Murray mishandled it. Now Rooker lines a base hit to right center field. He is inevitable right now. Butler's
this season. That was a sinker, middle of the plate. He just went inside out on it. Hits it on the line.
Home runs. He has completely worn out the Angels this year. Third inning.
Yeah, 15 RBIs this year against the Angels.
Start trying to make some moves forward. Brent Rooker could be a big part of that. He is month. That's tied with Arizona for the best record in baseball.
Soriano just
didn't go very deep into that game either. It's a swing and a miss here on Brown for strike 3. 8th batter of the inning for the A's. And he fouls one off.
Have him go back out. 35 pitches already coming right now. That's
line drive and a base hit for Toro. That will bring Rooker to the plate. And the Oakland A's have put up a 5 spot hit by Abraham Toro. So it's a 5-run inning. Here's Kyle McCann taking ball 1. An off day tomorrow. So the Angels can use some guys today. Day games here. 3 balls, no strikes.
It's an all-star MVP too.
Against the A's. Here's McCann driving one to left center field with the runner going. That's going to bring home another. Ball 1 to Tyler Nevin. 1 ball, 1 strike on. Swing and a miss by Nevin strikes out. Now Max Schumann looks at strike 1. Ended up being one of his shortest outings of the year. Had a 4-inning
off his foot.
Other than that, he's gone pretty deep into games. After Anderson, we saw Hunter Strickland and Matt. 3-2 on Schumann, and a walk to start the inning.
Guy at the plate and that speed at first.
Here's Lawrence Butler taking ball 1. Butler is on deck. Good pitch there by Marte. Long lasting season debut.
That is huge for the Brewers, who've been reeling a little bit of late.
Day for the Brewers. Ball 3 to Butler. Way to the end. Padres lost today in Baltimore, and
it's amazing.
Runner going on 3-2. Butler gets all turned around as he strikes out, and Schumann steals here next weekend. Ball 1 to Andujar. He's been unbelievably good. 1 ball, no strikes. Andujar couldn't hold up.
Without him,
back a little. Pirates as well. Atlanta's trade deadline is Tuesday afternoon. They could probably figure it out because they got a lot of talent. 3-1, hit hard to short. Neto has a play in front of him at third base. And Schumann gets tagged out. 2 outs. J.J. Blade is the batter with a man on first. He takes a strike. Blade flips one the other way, and it's just out of the reach of Rengifo. So the A's keep.
That's a few years ago.
All 1 to Brent Rooker, higher than the league average. And just behind Judge Shook. Big swing, man.
I don't think he.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big out there, making it 6-3. That's where we're at right now with Beto tossing in a strike. As Beto deals 2-1. Shonowell has now had a walk last year. It's happened other times in Angels history, but last done by Canning will start the opener of that series.
Last time Griffin Canning started a game against the Rockies, I think that
Kyle Freeland will pitch Wednesday and Ryan Feltner on Thursday.
When you, especially with teams like Colorado, when you go a world champion with Chicago,
you do get up and hand to a player that you think is going to be your superstar, and it really
would be a guy you would think somebody be calling them about.
Little bloop down the right field line, dropping foul. You know, Freeland's been there for a.
You saw Neto was thinking about going. It's a turn, they're going.
All 3 to Adele. Neto's not running, and Adele fouls one back. Still worried about Henry today's play. Time is called. 3-2. And he swings at ball 4 and twice today. A guy who's gotten better as the season has gone along. As Neto is running, the pitch underneath Shonowell. Swing and a miss. And he yanked his head on that breaking ball. 2-1. And something that Shonowell 2 strikes. And away. He takes ball 3 here. 3-2. Tapper foul keeps Shonowell alive. 69 pitches now for Beto. Take Beto out. 3-2. There's ball 4. Another walk. So Shonowell. Angels were down 6-0. Made it 6-3, and they've kept the pressure on Osvaldo Beto. That's inside. So 3-0. Taylor. And that's not even close. Ball 4.
I think he's going to have to go to the bullpen now. Grass right.
6-0. Boy, it's a fly ball left field, hit pretty well, and Duhar's back for it. He's near the wall. That's gonna go. A grand slam. Comes in, maybe one batter too late. After the Angels went ahead. Bouncer off the plate back to the mound as Ronzi Contreras gets it to first base. 1 out. There is Abraham Toro had an RBI single and a run scored in that 6-run third.
It's almost mandatory to somehow this work its way to a 1-run game, 1 or 2 runs. I mean, it's been over 50.
Are pretty rare. It's a bouncer up the middle as Neto moves over to get it. Quick throw to retire Toro. Ball rarity. And when you do that in the bottom of the 9th or in a walk-off.
Give up a grand slam in his entire career.
Well, Osvaldo Beto has. Here's Taylor Ward going back on this one. And he makes the catch to it. He walks the bases loaded before the grand slam. There's a base hit for Pilar down the third base line.
Already 2. Yeah, he could hit. I don't know how.
Playing center field. I was misinformed.
When he was that quick, he went from third to center.
Drury hits one toward right field. Moving after it, Butler makes the catch on the run. Infield in for Oakland. Runners on the corners here. You'd think they'd at least have them. 2 balls, no strikes. So Hoppy's the runner at Oakland with the bases loaded. Joe Adele takes strike 1 at the knees. Fouled away. Adele plate. Good job by McCann to keep that one around him. Adele pops this one up on the infield. It's the infield fly rule in effect to set. Ball 2 to Shonowell. We've talked about his penchant for. There's a strike from McFaul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball hit toward the left field line. Chasing is Nevin and Andujar, and it's out of play. As they just seem like the regular ones anyway. Ball 3 to Shonowell. So now the runners will get it. 3-2, and it hit him. Shonowell gets hit by a pitch to the base for the Halos.
Oh, that's a great block.
1 ball, 1 strike on Rengifo. And still. Rengifo unable to here. He strikes out the Angels. Nevin, then Schumann and Butler, and there's one up and in to Nevin. Angels logo on the jersey could look like a red, spicy red peck. Swing and a miss by Nevin. 2 balls. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 93 with. After Carlos Estevez was traded, the answer the 9th inning. Lawrence Butler, who struck out his last time.
Upstairs again.
Ball. Swing and a miss. Jose Quijada spices up the top of the 6th. The strike heat back up to a couple of home runs now of late. One Friday. All two from Alexander in the month of July coming in this series. Line drive to right field and a base hit.
That's it, you know, for me. I mean, I like that swing even better. Obviously,
Willie Callahan looked more highlighted by the fact that Ben Joyce is warming up in the bullpen right now.
To close out some ball games the rest of this year.
It's a high bouncer that Brown fields. Easy out from there, as he might be in an Angels uniform only today after the Estevez trade. Kevin Pillar at the plate. He's had a couple of hits today, including a conversation here over the next 48 hours. Slow bouncer. This one is fielded by a tumbling Tyler Nevin, but he has there been a ton of walks issued by Oakland. As Alexander issues a strike, the 8th. Thanks. This one's found life to it. Ball 1. Well, it just illustrates the point Ron Washington was making after the game yesterday about that strike 3 call. Extends innings, scores runs, and wins games ultimately. As Drury grounds out, he's 0 for 4, and that takes us to the 7th against Joyce. And the first pitch picked out of the dirt by bats now, walked and scored. As he fouls one behind. Will play each other this year. And the last two Jay Bleday. Ball 2 from Joyce. It's 3 balls and a strike. There's a foul on the big. Now Bleday hits one deep towards center field. Pillar is tracking it back near the 1. Ben Joyce. And a breaking ball lands for a strike. And there's the fastball fouled away.
Let's try that slider right here.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And he strikes out Rooker, a 1-2-3-7. Him for the possum being in the booth that night, but Zach Neto leading off here in the bottom of the 7th, takes ball 2 from Muller. Swing and a miss by.
You got to buy Rooker upstairs. Talk about that splinker a lot
against the Giants. Bouncer to third, fielded by Nevin. Close play, and
because now he can go that fastball down with that one.
Jordell skies one to right field up into the blue sky. Looks Lawrence Butler, and he has to drift.
And then that splinker downstairs.
And changing the plane.
He goes, "You got another one in you," and he said, "Yes, right away."
Soon enough. Shotwell's on base again 5 times today. He's at base percentage about .450 now. This month. That helps to have September of 2012, which was at the end of his rookie year. No strikes on Rengifo. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was out of the. A little stuck there, but he was able to. Can't touch him. Just making sure he doesn't get hit with a ball or tagged by a glove. On the ground to third, Tyler Nevin has that. And the inning is over. Angels. That Splinker. 8th inning with Luis Garcia as well. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Bats now. So he takes ball. Led since Taylor Ward's grand slam, and now Toro pops one up. That's Taylor Ward's way as Ward moves over to make the catch. 2 up. McCann out of Georgia. The Diamondbacks in the 10th inning. It's 4-2 Pittsburgh at Chase Field. McCann foul.
Splinker, you can just move the thumb up.
A's have not had a base runner since the 4th inning when Roansy Contreras entered the game and struck out Brent Rooker. 2 out hits today have lifted the Angels offensively. Will play with the Oakland A's being in town as Pillar hits a fly ball to left field.
Sacramento Kings packed that house in the arena there. Groundskeepers are getting their work in. No, they're supposed to put that field turf up there.
Next year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hoppy with a fly ball center field. This one's carrying, going back for it is Blade. On a warning track, and he makes the catch. Nevin leading off the ninth against Garcia. There's ball one.
Good job though by Contreras. Quijada enjoys to set up Garcia. Going to keep combined 4 1/3 with 7 strikeouts.
It's been 13 in a row retired. As Nevin fouls one, and Schumann was lucky to not get hit in the on-deck circle. And for as much as we talked about Estevez being at the top of his game for about a 2-month stretch, really so is Garcia. These two have been a nice 1-2 punch. Go back to June 15th. Garcia's only allowed 2 runs in his last 14 2/3 innings.
His power sinker has been great, and it's able to set up his splitter. And he's also had a good slider.
It's just off the plate. Garcia's ERA reached a peak of 5.31 in the middle of May.
Just barely off the plate as Hoppy tried to bring that one back in there.
And since then, his ERA has been 2.42. That's a little over 2-month stretch now where Garcia's been very good. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Nevin. And that's off the plate, away ball 3. Garcia's had some saves this year. He's had 3, but he's had 14 in his career, so it's not totally foreign for him to be pitching in this spot. It's a ground ball to the second baseman. Brandon Drury handles that. There's 1 out here in the 9th inning.
Always getting that big first out. That's the thing that really turned around Carlos Estevez this season, when he started getting that first out. And you're seeing the same thing with Garcia. It's all with Ben Joyce, Quijada. That's so important in that role, and that's that conversation Esty would have with all his bullpen mates, how important it is that first batter.
Ball 1 to Schumann, who is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts and a walk. Winning pitcher in line for this one after the Angels scored 4 in the bottom of the 4th would be Roansy Contreras. Now Garcia gets a fly ball to center field. Kevin Pillar fights the sun a bit and makes the catch. That is 15 in a row now retired by the Angels bullpen.
Excellent stuff working out of the bullpen. So going back to Contreras, he was able to get Rooker on a swing and miss. That was huge. Pick up his potentially his first win as a Halo.
Butler is 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. It's it right at Luis Rengifo, who's in on the grass at third. Say goodnight to the A's as the Angels roar back in this one. They were down 6-0 early. Taylor Ward hit a grand slam to put them on top, and the Angels bullpen was incredibly good, retiring the last 16